Why must you make us all look bad like that?
What you mean?
We had just sent my mother a cheesecake for Christmas, so thanks, appreciate it.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm not getting my mom nothing for Christmas.
Oh,
So,
well, that helps. Thank you.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I appreciate that.
Exactly.
That helps the cause. What was the process like as far as trying to keep it under wraps, picking out something she would like without giving too much away? Just, I guess, just what was the whole process kind of like?
Man, well, luckily, I have a great group of staff around me and my inner circle, because I'm not gonna lie, they did most of the heavy lifting. You know, they made that house happen in 5 days, which is crazy, because when we walked in the house, nothing was in it, and then to do all of that in 5 days is hats off to the circle that I got around me. Hats off to the interior decorator, and just hats off to the realtor, because that was unbelievable. And you know, it just made it more special that she got it on her birthday.
What did it? I know what your mom means to you. We all know what your mom means to you, but there are little presents, then there are big presents, then there are moments. Bam. Just what was your takeaway from last night?
Seeing my whole takeaway was seeing a 56-year-old lady that you know, went through struggle, and it finally pays off. You know, that's the biggest thing, and that's not even got anything to do with me. Uh, you know, just her, the way she got from, you know, graduating high school to going to get her own job, moving out after straight out of high school, and kind of just going on her own and trying to figure it out was, you know, that's different. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people won't do that. So for my mom to just be a mature young adult and say, I'm leaving home and I'm going to make some of myself, is, you know, I can't do nothing but, you know what I mean? That's just an incredible mindset to have. And then to raise a son by yourself and not having a car or not having the right income to make sure he can do all the things that he wants to do, but make him feel comfortable is amazing. So that's just a token of my appreciation. You know what I mean? She's always wanted that, so I finally got to give it to her, and that was a great moment for me.
And finally, where's the dog live now?
The dog?
Yes.
Oh, he's around.
Okay.
He's
So
he wasn't in the picture because
right, but
yeah, I dropped him before the pictures happened. When she walked in, she dropped the leash and he took off.
Okay. Good deal. Thanks, man. Congrats on that.
Appreciate it.
All right, next we have Ira Winderman with the Sun Sentinel.
Hey, Bam. Was it just simple because of sort of where you were raised and what your mom lived through that it had to be a house? Was it hints from her, or sort of like what made you decide that when the payday comes, the payoff would be your mother's own house? When did that whole thought process begin, if I can ask? Thank you.
I would say probably around sophomore year of high school. You know, at that time you start, well, I would say freshman year of high school, because at that point you start thinking for yourself, you start realizing different stuff. And, you know, until that point in high school, I never realized that we didn't own the house that we lived in. And so realizing that, and my mom never had, you know, nothing that she could call her own. So, you know, growing up and being able to do something different with basketball and be a special player, you know, that was something I've always had in my mind. I've always wanted to do, and just having the opportunity to do it for my mom is an incredible experience. It's undescribable, just for the fact of, you know, the moment was such. It was so, I was so nervous because I've never really gave her a gift like that. So it kind of gave me like a feel like when I first stepped on the finals court. Like I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything at the moment. It was just it was like one of those awe moments where you just sit there for a minute, and she enjoyed it.
All right, next we have Christos Saltas with SDNA Greece. Go ahead.
Hello, Bam. I would like to ask you, when you saw your mother smile when you buy the new house, what are your thoughts, and what do you remember? Maybe your childhood, when you start to play ball, when you were a kid.
Uh, the moment she had on her face was priceless, and just seeing that woman go through all she went through and finally getting a break and being able to say like, this is mine, and I own this, and that was a big thing for me. My mom's never owned anything, so I always wanted her to own something that she could say, this is mine, and feel good about it, have no behind the scenes like, this ain't really mine, but I can say it. Like, I wanted her to have 10 toes down, this is my house. For the second part, repeat the question.
The question is about your mom. Do you remember your childhood and all the difficulties when you were younger?
Oh, yeah. Every time we move somewhere else, I always make sure we got that house somewhere in the new place that we live, just because the memories of it. I can give you one memory. One day I woke up. It was in the winter. I was finna go to school, and it's a trailer, and the water froze, and the pipe burst. So my mom had to go to work, and I had to go to school, and just seeing her trying to figure that out, and she always said this one quote: "If it ain't one thing, it's another." And watching her wheel and deal, that house was so run down, but she made it comfortable for me. So that's a memory I always take with me. Just seeing like how she wheeled and dealt through the tweaks and the bad days of the single wide trailer. Just it's an old trailer, so I mean it's not gonna hang on too long. So just being in there and seeing her struggle is just a crazy experience.
You are the man, Bam. Thanks.
All right, next we have Anthony Chang with the Miami Herald. Go ahead, Anthony.
Hey, man, I was going to ask you about that, of having the picture of the trailer at the front door, what that represents to you. And then also, like what you just said, and also what is it going to be like to not have your mom living, floors beneath you in the same building anymore? What's that adjustment going to be like?
It ain't going to be a bad adjustment because I got a bed in the house. So at the end of the day, if I want to go stay with my mom, it ain't no problem, and spend time with her. So that's not a problem. She's getting accustomed to the crib. So, she's figuring it out as she goes along, just figuring out the new adjustments of her TVs, and she's just having a ball. And what was the second question?
Just you spoke on it a lot with your last answer, but just the importance and the meaning of having the picture of the trailer, by the front door of the house.
I wanted it by the front of the door because I wanted everybody to see where we actually came from, and that doesn't matter who walks in, and you're gonna always see that picture. So my whole goal was putting it there was just so everybody can see where we actually come from. And how I was raised and what I went through the struggle to get my mom a brand new crib, and the conditions she lived in. So that's the main point of the picture.